We was on the bottom, yeah. Now we headed to the top. New level. On my level, don't see anybody. I don't see him. This right here could never stop. This could never stop. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. One time, ay. I live on the job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they trying to stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts. I feel so special.
When you look at our communities, right? Would you say that we are blessed people, or would you say that we're cursed people?
Blessed.
We're blessed people. Okay, tell me what makes us blessed in the community.
God created all of this.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, that's basically what I know. I mean, everybody put on this earth for a reason.
Okay, right. You are put on this earth for a reason, right? And that's what we just read. So sis, the reason that this is happening in our community is because this is judgment. So what do you actually see in our communities? You see people on drugs, right? You see single parent households, black on black crime, right? Addiction, right? You see people walking along the sidewalks, talking to themselves, right? So why is that happening, sis? That was a judgment put on God's people according to the Bible. Give me that in Deuteronomy, give me 28:1. All right. Hey, shalom, bro. Brother.
Short. It's short.
Short?
Yeah, he wanted
to know
more.
Good to meet you, brother. My name is R.E.A., bro. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1.
And
it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So God said, if you listen closely and diligently to the voice of the Lord thy God. What is his voice? We're going to read that.
To observe and to do all his commandments.
All his commandments. Not some of them, sis, but all of them, precious, right?
Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations on the earth.
So, sis, all we have to do is keep all the commandments. How hard is it for us to not kill? How hard is it for us to not lie to one another?
It's very easy.
It's very easy, sis. But why is it that we don't do it?
Bring it out.
Why is it that we don't do it?
Well, I can say for most people, not most people, but some people on this earth, it's because of choices.
Right, we do have a choice, right? Give me Deuteronomy 30:19. Give me 30:19. All right, because sis, we do have a choice. The Most High God did give us a choice, sis. And he told us which one to pick. So in reality, we don't have a choice. He told you what to do. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you.
Against you, precious, against us as a nation. Read.
That I have set before you life and death.
He put before us life and death. That's that choice we're talking about, right? Read.
Blessings and cursing.
Blessings and curses. Read.
Therefore, choose life.
He said choose life, Sister Precious. You understand that?
That both thou and thy seed,
both you and your children, Precious. Read.
May live.
May live. May live. May live a blessed life, sis. Right? In our communities right now, give me Deuteronomy 28 and give me 16. So in our communities right now, because we're not choosing life, because we're not choosing to keep the laws, matter of fact, give me life, because we're not choosing to keep the laws, sis, that's why you see our communities in such detriment right now. You understand? Because what happens when we see the white man kill the black man, right? Like who was recent? Alton Sterling, right? Or Trayvon Martin, right? What do we say when we see them kill our people? How do we react? Yeah, how do we react? Right, we say what some of the sayings they say? Black Lives Matter, hands up, don't shoot, right? Those are the things we say, right? But what about the things we're doing to ourselves in our own community? What about the black on black crime? What about that, right? If we stop that, the other nations would actually look at us as a more respectable people. We don't even treat ourselves like Black Lives Matter. Read.
Baruch chapter 4 verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life.
All that keep the commandment shall come to life, sis. You understand that? Because, like I said, thou shalt not kill. What does that allow us to do? That allows us to keep procreating, right? What does thou shalt not lie do? When someone lies to someone, how does that make you feel when someone lies to you? It makes you feel mad, right? You have resentment, right? What about adultery when you got brothers sleeping with other brothers' wives? What does that beget? You want to kill that man, right? Right. So we have all the solutions in this Bible, sis. All right. But because we're not keeping God's laws, this is what's happening. Deuteronomy 28:16.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16.
Yo.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city. When you see our people, sis, in any city, what is the state of our people? Anywhere throughout America, what's the state of our people as a whole? Are we on the top or are we on the bottom in those cities? Look around. Look around, sis. Well, do we have any grocery stores for our people? What grocery stores do we have? Walmart. Who owns the Walmart, sis? Do we own it? The person that owns it, do they look like us?
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They don't look like us, no. They don't look like us, sis, no. That is a curse that was put on our people.
Right.
We're cursed in our city right now. And that's why you're seeing, like the brothers over there, they're sitting in groups. They're drinking, playing checkers, right? But who's out here showing the children how to be men? The children how to grow up to be women? Who's taking that initiative? Right. Who's sacrificing their time to do that? Nobody, sis. Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed shall we be in the field. So when you look at our, when you look back at, look down here, right? Hold that up for me. All right, sis. So you see this right here?
Yeah.
You see these? Yeah, you see that? It says, cursed shall we be in the field. So what were we doing right here on these signs right there? You see that?
Yeah, we actually.
Right. Which is what? We're picking cotton, right? Right. That's slavery, sis. That's slavery. America got rich off of our hard work right there. 17 hours a day, free labor, right? Right? They became the richest nation on the planet of Earth far back, sis. That's because we're the special people that made things happen. Yeah, exactly, sis. You on point, Precious. That's like today, right? Because when you look in the job fields, right? Who's the and who's building it up? What do people look like? Black and Hispanic. Those are the people. Those are the Israelites. That's a curse that was put on us, sis. Cursed in the field, right? Who's the first hired, last fired? The first fired, last hired. That's us. That's us. We're the people that's always first fired, sis. You could have a black man that got 15 years of experience. White man come along. He only got 2 years of experience, right? And he'll get that job before the black man does. You understand? So let me ask you a question, sis. Now on this sign over here. All right. Come over here, sis. This sign right here, right? What do you see your nationality on this sign? What do you call yourself? On your right, what do you call yourself? What is your father?
My dad
Your dad is from Jamaica. So you would be from the tribe of Benjamin according to the Bible, sis.
That's right.
You understand that? So Benjamin, when we look at Benjamin over in the islands, you say he's from Jamaica?
Yeah, I don't know which part, but I know he's from there. He has the accent. Before he died, he had the accent.
Okay. All right. So when we take a look at Jamaica, now let me ask you something. What does Jamaica mean? Because you said he was Jamaican.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
I just know him half.
Okay. Because I see you got on the necklace too. So you. Okay. All right. So give me Give me Deuteronomy 28:37. Now the word Jamaica means the land of wood and water, sis. That's what Jamaica means. So would it make sense for you to call yourself Jamaican? Because you're saying I'm the land of wood and water if you say I'm Jamaican, right? So does that make any sense, sis? If you say I am the land of wood and water, I'm Jamaican. Jamaica means land of wood and water. Does that make any sense? That don't make no sense, right? Read that. That was a curse that was put upon our people. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
We're in astonishment, sis, because we are the strongest people on this earth. Think about anything we put our hands to, right? Anything we put our hands to. Don't we make that more, that community more prosperous, right? Anything we touch, right? Whether it be entertainment, sports, architecture, whatever, music, right?
Bring it out.
But we're that astonishment because although we're those great people, why is it that when you look around, look at our people. Look at the state of our people right now. You see this? And we're the best. How is it that we're the best but we're at the lowest condition?
Right.
We're that astonishment. Read.
And a proverb, and a byword.
And a byword. What is a byword? You know what a byword is, Precious? A byword is being called something out of your God-given name. That's what a byword is, sis. So by you calling yourself Jamaican, when your God-given name is Benjamin from the tribe you're an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. That's what you are. So we've become a byword because we've decided to not hearken unto God's commandments and his laws, so we lost our way. That's what put us into slavery, sis.
Right.
You understand that? What you got for me?
This is the book Nature Knows No Color Line. This is page 123. Whites said an interesting, actually, many of the Jews were banished from Portugal by John II, settled in the West Indies. John Bigelow, who visited Jamaica in 1850, saw the descendants of the Jews.
Wait, of the who?
Of the Jews, and says they were Negroid.
So, did you hear that? There were people that left Portugal. They settled in Jamaica. And what did they call those people? The Jews, sis.
That's right.
So, sis, how's it that they know that we're the Jews, but we don't know that we're the Jews?
Bring it out.
How did that happen? How did that happen, sis? It's very simple, sis. We just read it earlier. We didn't keep the laws of God. So due to that, because we wouldn't trust in God. Huh? Okay, read that.
Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee.
So sis, that's why when you look, everywhere you look in the world, whether it's America, South America, Africa, you're seeing these curses pursue our people. Read.
Till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee.
Okay, you heard that, Precious? So he said those curses would pursue us and overtake us because we didn't keep the laws of God.
Hey, how you doing, Precious? I'm Pat G. Nice to meet you. Can you read that again? I'm gonna show you something because there's a great point that the brother was making about our people. Read that.
Many of the Jews, Nature Knows No Color Line, page 123. Many of the Jews who were banished from Portugal.
Now it says many of the Jews that were banished. Hold this sign right here. The second one. No, sorry, it's the second one right there. Yeah, the map. I want the map. Watch this. It says many of the Jews that was banished in Portugal. Read.
Many of the Jews who were banished from Portugal by John II, settled in the West Indies.
Now it says you settle from the West Indies, right? It says many of the Jews went to the West Indies. When you look at the sign right here, okay, let's fix this. When you look at the sign right here, you can put the sign down. It says Benjamin are who? The West Indies, right? West Indies are known as the so-called Jamaicans, Bahamians, right? Okay, so now our people, like you see, you got a Jamaican necklace, right? We were taught that our people were Jamaicans, but it's just said many of the Jews who came from the West Indies, came from Portugal and settled in the West Indies. Read on.
Settled in the West Indies. John Bigelow, who visited Jamaica.
Visited where?
Who visited Jamaica.
So if he visited Jamaica, and the Jamaicans called themselves Jamaicans, which means land of wood and water.
Bring it out.
Read on.
in 1850 saw the descendants of these Jews.
So he said he saw the descendants of the Jews. You know what he didn't see? He didn't see Jamaicans.
Right, bring it out.
He saw the people who are the descendants of the Jews living on an island called Jamaica.
Right.
Living on an island called Wood and Water.
Right.
That's what he saw. And the reason that he saw that is, go back to the book Deuteronomy 1 verse 1. Read that. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1. Because we got to understand something. God is only speaking to the so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
In this Bible, when you heard about Moses saving the children of Israel, right? The children of Israel that Moses went to go get are us.
That's right.
We are those people.
Right.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1.
Bring it out.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
He said these are the words that Moses is speaking to all the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
So-called African American, West Cubans, Dominicans, Guatemalans. These are the children of Israel. So he's speaking to them. He's speaking to the so-called Jamaicans right now. Deuteronomy 28:48.
Deuteronomy chapter
46.
28 verse 46.
Bring it out.
And they shall be upon thee. 45. Deuteronomy 28 verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee.
So yes, we are a blessed people, but we're living under a curse.
Right.
So God says, you blessed children, y'all blessed because I chose y'all. I gave y'all my laws. Y'all blessed. We blessed. But guess what? Because we broke the commandments of God, he's going to put a curse on us. And we're going to be living under a curse. But let's see what the curse will be doing. Read on.
And shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed.
How we destroy? Now, the Jews that settle in the West Indies and Jamaica, we call ourselves Jamaicans.
Right.
We call ourselves Bahamians.
Right.
We call ourselves West Indians.
Right.
That's how we destroy. We don't even know who we are.
Right.
They destroy us so much that we think our culture is Christmas.
Right.
It's Thanksgiving.
Right.
When that stuff got nothing to do with us.
Right.
It's 4th of July. It's January 1st. That stuff got nothing to do with us. That's how destroyed we are. We no longer know ourselves as the Jews.
This is Samuel. He wants to learn more.
Okay, I'll present Sam. Sam, come here. So we no longer see ourselves as the Jews. So Sam, this is what we're talking about. We're showing who the children of Israel are according to the Bible. What's your nationality? Where are you from? Here. What about your father? He's here. So you be a so-called African American from the tribe of Judah. So we're showing how God is speaking to you, Samuel. He's speaking to you, precious. He's saying, you are my children, and you are the Jews. Read on.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So because we don't want to listen to God, read on.
To keep his commandments.
To keep the commandments of God. That's what God said. God says, you, my children, y'all got to keep my Sabbaths. You got to keep my Passover. You got to keep a beard on your face. Women can't be wearing pants. You got to wear a dress. Men can't be wearing dresses. You got to wear pants. You got to have a beard on your face. God says, because you don't want to do that, what's going to happen?
Until thou be destroyed.
We're going to be destroyed. We so destroyed as a people that we don't even know what to do if we don't follow the white man's. If we don't follow his heritage, if we don't follow his tradition, what we going to do? We destroy. We call ourselves after another name that's not given by God. You understand?
All right, so what's your name again, brother? Samuel? All right, I'm REA, bro. Nice to meet you. So Samuel Precious. All right, so what I want to do is I want to dive into I want to make this a little bit more clear of who these people are that are in this Bible. Because Samuel, you got to realize, brother, you come from a nation of kings, princes, and princesses, brother. You understand? We come from a great nation, bro. All right, but when you look at our communities, bro, we're not doing too well, bro. We're at a very low estate. Give me Deuteronomy 28. Give me 68. Now, did y'all know that this Bible, it prophesied that we would be taken on the slave ships? You're familiar with the history of slavery, right? Familiar, Samuel? All right. Did you know that this is our Bible and it prophesied that would happen to us, bro, for breaking God's commandments? Did you know this is the black man's book? You didn't know that, right? All right, read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
All right, he said the Lord shall bring thee, the so-called blacks and Hispanics, into Egypt again with ships. Sister Precious, are you familiar with Moses, the history of Moses, how he brought the Israelites out of Egypt? All right, how they crossed the Red Sea? You ever heard of that, Samuel? He said, let my people go. You ever heard of that? Right, he was freeing them from slavery, right? Because we were in bondage in Egypt. Give me that, Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage.
So Egypt is synonymous with bondage.
Right.
What's another word for bondage, Samuel? Give me a word, brother. You got a word, Precious? Give me a word for bondage. Slavery, right? Slavery, captivity, bondage, right? That's what bondage means. Slavery. Deuteronomy 28.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again,
into slavery again,
with ships.
When did that happen, Samuel? Let me see. Give me the sign. Give me that sign. When did this happen? When did we go into slavery with ships? The bottom. When did we go into slavery with ships, Samuel and Precious? When did that happen? We know it was recent, right? Because that's all they tell us about in the school. They tell us nothing about our history prior to that, right? We see it in all the movies. Right, the ships, right? We went into slavery. We went on cargo slave ships. So we were brought from the west coast of Africa, Angola. We had like Mali, Ghana, those different places. And we were shipped all across the earth, right? Our children were stripped from their mothers, from their fathers, right? Taken from North Carolina, sold to Texas, right? Taken to Spain, taken to wherever the enemy wanted to take us. Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
That's slavery. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
So did that not happen, Samuel? Did that not happen, Precious? The same way he said it would happen, did that not happen to us? Did we not go into slavery by slave ships? Right? This was written over 2,000 years ago, well before the Atlantic slave trade. You understand? Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So he said, and there, that place we ended up as slaves, so-called America. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Who were we sold to, Precious and Samuel? Who were we sold to when we got off the ships? No, who were we sold to? Who were we sold to, Samuel? The white people, right? Read that again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
No, to your friends.
Unto your enemies. For bondmen and bondwomen.
We were sold as bondmen and bondwomen, slave men and slave women when we got off those ships. Right. Read.
And no man shall buy you.
And no one was able to save us from slavery. Right? We were stuck on these plantations where we were at risk of being whipped 100 times a day. Right? Our wives being raped, being hung. Right? Give me that in all right, read that for me.
This is the book From Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph Windsor, page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter.
So during 70 AD, when we were living in Jerusalem, our homeland, the Romans came and conquered that land. Read.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
Whoa. All right, Samuel, I don't know if you just heard that, brother. Precious, did you just hear that? Maybe it probably slipped. Read that one more time.
During the period from...
Hey, Brother Samuel, listen, brother. It's very important. Listen.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, It has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
Said 1 million Jews fled into Africa. Now, hold on, before you get that. Now let me just ask y'all a question, right? Who call themselves Jews today? What do they look like, the people that call themselves Jews today?
Bring it out.
What do they look like? They're white people, right? They call themselves Jewish, right? Now let me ask you something. How could these Jews flee into Africa where a bunch of black people are and hide? How's that possible?
Bring it out.
If you're a white person and you're going into hiding, how can you hide in Africa where everybody's black? So what do you have to look like to hide amongst those people? You have to look black to hide amongst those people. Read.
It has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
Okay, when we were sold from the west coast of Africa, what was it full of?
Black Jewish slaves.
So who are those people that were taken right here, sold into America? Who are those people? Who are those people taken from the west coast of Africa in the slave market and sold into America? Read it again.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
Black Jewish slaves.
That's right.
You understand that, Samuel? You understand? You're not a black. You're not an African American, brother. You are a Jew. This is our history, brother. Read.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way wherefore I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Did we not just read that out of Babylon and Timbuktu? We just read that over 1 million black Jewish slaves were sold from the west coast of Africa.
Right.
That's what the Bible just prophesied.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.